Okay, boys, so we're just going to finish off the last few examples here. So the first question up the top here, number 4, says find the size of one interior angle in a regular octagon. A regular octagon, an octagon has 8 sides, and a regular octagon has 8 sides that are all equal. So the easiest way to draw an octagon is to just do 4 sides like that with gaps, and then fill in the gaps. That's the quickest way to draw one. Okay, I've marked in all the equal sides because they told us it was regular. Alright, so we're going to go through method 1. So if I start at any corner and join to every other corner, count the triangles. We have 6 triangles. So we're going to do 180 degrees times 6 triangles. It works out to be 1,080 degrees. So to get the size of it, one interior angle, and remember that all the angles in a regular polygon are the same, so we're going to take 1,080 degrees and divide by the 8 angles that are all exactly the same. It gives you 135 degrees. So if you do it with method 2, you can go straight to the interior angle formula that's here, and we're just going to put in the number of sides or the number of angles for n. So we know this is an octagon, so n is 8 sides or 8 angles. And if you type that into your calculator, just press your fraction key first and put everything in that you see there, you will end up with the same answer, 135 degrees in one go. Okay, the next question is a regular dodecagon. A dodecagon has 12 sides. If it's something that we think that you don't know, we will tell you how many sides it has in an exam. If it's something like a hexagon, we expect you to know that's got 6 sides. So try and learn a few of them so you know that the most likely ones to come up. But if we're not sure that you'll know it, we will tell you how many sides. A dodecagon is actually like a 50-cent piece. So if you have a look at a 50-cent piece and count the sides, there's 12 sides there. So that's a dodecagon. And in fact, the 50-cent piece is a regular dodecagon because every side is equal and all the angles inside are equal too. Okay, so we're going to find the interior angle on that 50-cent piece, see what it looks like. So we're going to use our formula because I don't want to try and draw something with 12 sides. And we're going to put in the 12 for the number of sides in for n. And if you work that out on your calculator, you will get 150 degrees. Okay, the next one. Now this question is hard. Some of you are not going to like doing these, but just look at it carefully. I'm hoping that a few of you will get this out when you come to an exam, if you get one. So it says find the number of sides. We haven't been asked that yet. We've always been asked about the angle sum or the interior angle. And this one says find the number of sides. They've actually given you an angle sum. They normally ask you for that. So we're going to write down the angle sum formula, which is 180 by n minus 2. And they've told us what the angle sum is, so we're going to put that number in for the angle sum. And there's no other number given to us, so we're just going to copy everything else down. Okay, now we're going to just go through like we would normally do to solve an equation here. So you know how to expand brackets now. So we're going to expand these brackets. So we have 180 times n, 180 n. 180 times minus 2 is minus 360, and leave this over here. So we're gradually going to get the n by itself. So I want to keep 180 n here. I'm going to move this over so that the minus 360 can come over and be a plus. Now I'm going to get my calculator to work out what that equals. So we're going to do 2160 plus 360. And get 2520. Then we're going to get rid of our 180. So at the moment we're timesing by it. Bring it over to the other side and you're going to divide by it. It's good practice for your exam coming up because you're going to be examined on equations. And just go and put that in your calculator with your fraction key. And hopefully it will work. I'll tell you about whether we think it's working or not in a minute. And you get an answer of 14. Now I know my answer's right. One way you can check this is because when they ask for the number of sides, you can't end up with 3.5 sides. It should be a whole number. So just check that your answer looks right. When I say to you at the end of the exam, if you're finished, check that your answers look correct. That's what I mean. Find the number of sides. If you ended up with 14.5 sides, something's wrong. Okay, you've done something wrong in your working. Go back and find your mistake. But this worked out right because we've got a whole number of sides. So have a go at your homework. Now, this is our last lesson before we come to face-to-face. So when we come back, I want anybody who's having any problems with anything that you've done while you've been remote learning to make sure that you write down the exercise number and what questions you had trouble with. But please don't say, I had trouble with everything, because you can just go through the videos again and learn it all again if you had trouble with everything. Okay, but if there's individual questions, I'm happy to go through them, write solutions out for you, but please write them down, ready for the next lesson face to face. And our exam's coming up, so be ready.